one. I think there'll only be one when you do it, because yeah, this is going to be tricky on the first one.
Ready.
Once it's done, we'll know more about how to do it. But it's now live on you. Make sure it's yeah, this is my YouTube channel, and you know, I had to switch it to do that. Yeah, okay. Okay, and let's see, now it's got my Facebook page up and not Flint's. Oh, we're getting these damn echoes again. I guess we can close these. Okay, I've closed those. That I hope will stop the echo. Okay.
I don't know if anyone else is. I'm not hearing the echo.
YouTube, no new comment on trial one. What? Okay, Greta and Martha are both muted. I guess
Yep.
they can unmute themselves if they want
Greta,
to.
you're able to unmute, right?
Yes, I
Yeah, she
unmuted.
just did. Martha, okay.
Okay.
You can stay muted if you want, but I mean, that's something you can do yourself. Okay, so this is this is an interesting experiment. Okay, one thing I just learned is that once you go live on, let me just check. Okay, once you go live on YouTube and Facebook, you have to close them out, because otherwise you're hearing yourself on those channels and it's chaos. Yeah, that's a mess. We're gonna have to figure that out as we go live. Live YouTube, it doesn't say, do I have to?
Right now it's saying we're live on YouTube and that it's recording.
Yeah, but how do we do live on YouTube and Facebook? Facebook made me stop.
You can do both simultaneously?
Stop live stream. Yeah, we're supposed to be able to do both. I'll have to figure that out, or talk to Zoom. If you do one, you have to stop the other one. I don't know if maybe you can do it from Facebook. Let me see. If I can. Oh, we're on Facebook. Come here, Flint. Okay, Flint the dog.
So I just have a couple of questions. So we have a Zoom account,
League of Women Voters does, right, Linda?
and then we can hold 100 people on there. We have that account.
We have what?
Yeah, this is the webinar version that we.
Yeah, this is webinar.
So we should be able to have plenty, right, Glenda, in terms of participants?
Yeah, we can have.
Bye, Brittany. Have a good day.
So are we going to have people, what was the verdict? Are we having people actually listen to this, but just not be able to talk?
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Now, the thing is,
we're recording it both.
If they can be an audience in Zoom, but I mean, there's not really any advantage to that over watching it on YouTube or Facebook.
Okay. And are we going to make it so that they can't talk to each other while they're online?
Right.
Okay. And then are there questions that are already made that we are going to ask the candidates?
Yes, I have those. There's still there are a few little things that we haven't quite finished on, but I'm gonna send those. I'll show them to you, and I can send them to you, because we've got questions, and we have 2 District 2 specific ones, but if you've got better ones, that's good. Because I do want to have a couple of questions specific to the district on each one.
Okay. And then I wanted to take the 7:30 to 8:30 group. Is there someone else that can take the 6 to 7 group?
I'll do the 6 to 7.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then is there somebody else that can kind of come on with me and kind of keep the time while I ask the questions, or no?
Yeah, I figured probably for this first round at least, that I ought to be, sitting by. You can
Okay.
I can be a co-host, and
Hmm.
that does most of the same stuff as a host, and what I'm going to do, and that was one of the things I was going to show you, rather than, you know, so that you don't have to have I mean, if you've got somebody around your house or something that can keep time, that's fine, but you can, I figured to make it easy, I got this app on my iPad that I figured I would just be able to, hold up. And it does reverse though, doesn't it? Well, they ought to be able to see it anyway.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's just a 1 minute thing that counts down, and they ought to be smart enough to be able to see it backward. And that's the best thing I can figure out. Other than having,
I think it would run smooth if we had just I agree with the timer. Uh-oh, I think I lost my earpiece. I agree with the timer, but I think if we had one person that since we have 6 of them on at one time, if we had one person that could just every time they get ready to talk, could kind of keep track of the time as we're asking the questions.
Well, what we do in regular ones, we just have have somebody keeping time, and we have like a 15-second and a card that they hold up so that they know the time is almost there, and then they call the time.
Okay.
But I don't know if if we can get somebody to volunteer to do it, that's fine.
Okay.
I mean, it's or even it might make sense to just have the card instead of holding that up, or maybe I might just get one for the phone, which would be a lot easier to hold up.
Yeah, there's already a timer if you have an iPhone.
Yeah,
there's already a timer on that one.
Yeah, that's right. There's one on. This is an Android, but I do have a timer on there. One that counts back. So
so I have everyone RSVP'd, all 11 of them from the D2 group. So I have them all, and I was going to send out the formatted letter and just put their individual name on with their time, and then I wanted to attach the link for their session. So do we have 2 links?
Yeah, do we have the link yet?
Yeah, there's this. I'm going to show you on here shortly. You have to. Oops. You have to. I'm going to do that. I'm going to show you. I've got a bunch of screen grabs of the steps you go through, and there's like the invitations I sent you are automatically generated when you put in their emails, and you don't see the link. It just says click here, and it sends them. So even you don't see the link itself. So you sort of have to send their emails. So you could. I'm not sure how you want to do that.
We can make a link. Normally when we have a Zoom meeting, we have the link ahead of time, and then we can just copy and paste it and send it to them in an email.
Right, but the webinar
that way
is
we have
different,
the link ahead of time,
because each panelist has a different link, a unique link.
Oh, okay.
So like the audiences have one link, and the link is on there. I'll show you these things.
Wow. Okay.
In fact, let me do this now. Where's the share screen? I will. Let's see. Is there a way to make this bigger? This is the way they share the screen. That's not very good. Let's see. Oh, I need to get the. Hold on. I'm gonna get out of this for a minute.
If I'm able to, I will try to get on the 6 to some of the 6 to 7 one. But I don't get off work, and sometimes I run over. But if I can, I'll try to come home and get all the COVID off of me and get on.
Okay.
But I mean, it's a process, so it takes me a while. So I don't. That's why I didn't want the 6 o'clock group because
Yeah.
I don't know if I can make it in time to get all that off and all the stuff off my head and everything to get on the screen. But I'm gonna
Hmm.
try to. I'm gonna try to get on so I can watch you do the first one.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to just be an audience member,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can do that. Or I can make you a panelist and you're just not there or
yeah.
whatever.
I'm gonna try.
But
Like I said, I'll try to get on, but I don't know if I can do it exactly at 6. I might be a little bit late.
yeah, okay. Let's see, what am I doing here now? I am sharing the screen. Where are we? Okay, I am screen sharing. Okay. Wait a minute, I'm not screen sharing. Okay. Let me stop share and start over again. Share screen. Okay. That's not going to do it because that's not the whole. Let's see. Okay, can you see that?
Yes.
See the Zoom screen?
Yes.
Seeing that? Okay. Okay, this is after you sign in, and I've got a paper that has the password. It's a generic league password that everybody has because we only have one user, and everybody shares that. So once and the sign in is obvious. There's a place to put your name and your password, but you get this screen, which I don't know if I can make it bigger. Let's see. Yeah, okay. You have all these things on the side. Basically, this just tells you this is your general meeting. That it doesn't really say too much, but over here you would click webinars, and go to the next
I'm not seeing
one.
that. I'm seeing your.
Oh, you're not, okay. That's not the right thing. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to open. I had all these things in a file, so let me open them up. Okay, well, I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. Just a second. Okay, get this over here. Okay, I need to open all these things on my desktop. I'm using this laptop that I'm not used to using, but I'm trying to get used to it because I'm going to be using it for all the webinars. Okay, let's see. You don't need this, right? No, I do need this. Okay, I can minimize it. Let's see, I don't need this. Okay. Okay. This one. It's going to take a minute. Should have just done this meeting on my PC, but I didn't want to. I'm just going to have to go back and forth with these each time. Okay. Okay. Oh. Sorry about this. I'm just not. Okay, wait a minute. I will get the hang of this eventually. What's the Zoom screen? Oh, I'm not getting the Zoom screen. Okay. Okay. Where is the? There's Dave. Okay. Now I don't see my sharing. Okay, share screen. Okay. Where is it? Okay. Here we go. Okay. Now are you seeing it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Zoom page. Okay. You have your categories over here.
Yeah.
So this is once you sign in.
Once you sign in, yeah. And you're going to click on webinars over on the left. Now, I'm going to go to the next one. I hope it won't take as long this time. I can't figure out which part is the page. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing. Go to the next one. This is Okay. Share screen. Okay. This is after you've hit webinars, you get, I'll make this a little bit bigger. Not really. You have upcoming webinars and previous ones that are scheduled if there were some other ones. So this first one, there we go. You have the trial run, which is this one, which was scheduled for today. And I've also scheduled the District 2 Part 1 and Part 2 for 6 o'clock and 7:30. And, that's what you see. Now, to schedule it, I think I've got that on the next one. Let me see.
So are we supposed to schedule it?
Yeah, you'll be scheduling these. I just did this one because I wanted to, set them up and show you. If you think you really can't do it, I can do it. I mean, they can be scheduled at any time. That's not a problem. You can schedule the last one in the series now, as far as that goes. But you have to schedule them they have to be scheduled before you can send out the invitations and all that, because they have to be in the system. But let me see. I'm gonna get the next one up. Why is this not working? Okay, well, that's going on here. I'll stop share. Okay, the next one, I can send you all these, and you can sign in anytime as long as the seminar is not going on, or webinar rather. To Zoom.
Greta,
Yes,
where are you?
Papados.
Okay.
My husband retired. I didn't know if he's really going to retire because he said it so many times. But he really retired from the Army. So his last day is the end of this month, but we had a ceremony this week. And so some of the ladies from the ultrasound department, because he's a radiologist, but the staff, they wanted to take us out. And yeah, and it was at the last minute, and I knew I had this, so I just stepped out of the restaurant to come over here.
That was nice.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
Anyway, I had to do this on 3 pages, and the screen grabs on 3 pages, and they were in the wrong order. But okay, when you click on the thing that once you put the schedule in there, this is what you get. So you get my webinars, schedule a webinar. So here's a topic, you put in what you want to call it. The description really doesn't matter. It doesn't go anywhere. You can use a template. And I did make a template and I couldn't figure out what to do with it. But anyway, these vary so little, it really doesn't matter. I wouldn't worry about that. You put the date in, the time, it's kind of obvious. The duration doesn't matter. That's just, it's not going to chop you down. It's not going to close it out if you go longer. It's basically for the people that you invite to see how long it is. But if it goes an hour and 5 minutes, it's not going to cut off. If it's not going to be a recurring webinar, so you don't want that.
Unclick that.
Yeah. So then this doesn't matter. It won't be there, I don't think. The second page, let's see. You don't want to bother with passcodes or anything. I don't know why they said to click these off. I would click them on, so when people come on, you've got your video on and you don't have to do what we just went through. You want telephone and computer audio on, because some people do end up using, calling in by phone. Hopefully that won't be happening with candidates, but it never hurts to do that. We're not going to be taking Q&As from the audience, so you don't want to check that. You do want to enable practice session, because that's what, we're asking them to come in 15 minutes early so we can go through whatever we need to with them before it goes live. Just explain that we're going to be, asking with each round of questions, we're going to start with a new person, and and just remind them to not talk about other candidates and, just be nice. And that they have their 1 minute and then they're expected to stop.
But
And
this isn't for all of us, right? These are just for the people who are hosting it.
right, yeah. But
Okay,
you ought
okay.
to be aware in case they ask
Okay.
questions what it's going to be like.
Okay.
And if you're not hosting, let me know and I'll set all this stuff up. I put on here. Oh yeah, so the enable practice session is to get stuff set up in advance, and then when a time comes to start the thing, then you click. There's a bar across the top, and then you click start, and it will go live. And normally, what it said in there is that you have to wait till you go live to set up your Facebook and YouTube. So you just tell the audience that's there live, say that, this is, I'll send out a sort of a script kind of thing, which doesn't need to be followed verbatim, but it tells you basically what you should be saying. That we're going to go live on Facebook and YouTube. So I just need to bring them in. It'll just be a minute and you do that. Then you have these, and I accidentally clicked this automatically enable practice session. That's what it's for. Automatically record webinar, and I accidentally clicked on the local computer, but this is in the cloud. It cut off that. You want to click it on the cloud because it saves it in Zoom, forever, and then we can keep it. If we ever need it again, we have it. It'll remain on Facebook and YouTube, and we'll put it in our Facebook, our website, and it'll be there. Anyway, once you've done everything on there, the last thing is schedule, and that locks it in. This business about alternative hosts we can't use because it's that you have to have somebody else who's an account holder, and we only have one account holder, so we're out of luck with that. To get a second account holder, you need it's like a second whole account. So, and those are expensive, so we've only got one. Okay, next one. What's this? And we get to the email settings. Okay. Did I put share screen back up? No, I didn't. The share screen, the invitations themselves. This is the same page. It's just farther down. At the bottom, you have the invitations, email settings, and so on. Now this says invite panelists, and there are no panelists selected. So we're going to get to that next. The invite attendees, it gives you the link. There is a letter, I think, that you can send them specifically. Oh, what's going on? People watching Flint? There is a link here that's for everybody that's an attendee that you can just send them on a separate letter or whatever if you want. But
is that the link that we need to give our outreach partners?
No, these are just for the people that are going to be watching from behind the scenes. There's a separate invitation goes to each panelist. I'm going to show you that next. What you do is you click on edit to get those, and that's the next screen. Let me get that up. Here. Okay. Okay, well, now this is what it looks like once you've already imported it. It shows all these here. But I'm just going to get to the page that comes up when you hit edit.
Mike, you okay?
You just have one of these here. It's I don't know if you can see it very well. You have, blank for the name and the email address. So when you get the letter, like what you got, it'll say dear so-and-so or whatever, I just use first names, but you'll want to be a little more formal with your candidates, and the email address. And as soon as you hit the email address and return, it'll open up another row of these, or you can hit add another panelist, and it'll keep adding. So then by the time you're finished, you will get tell me I didn't save that one, but you'll have a whole row of names and emails. Then what I didn't save, oh hell, there is a letter. I can't show it to you because I didn't save it. A letter that, damn, I didn't save that. Let me see. I could have sworn I had it. No, it's not there. I can add it. I'm going to send you all these files, and there's another one that shows all the letters, most of which we won't use for various purposes, but it shows, well, you've seen it, what the letter looks like, that has the invitation, that has the little code in there that you all got. That
For this practice webinar, is that the one you're talking about?
What?
The one that you sent us for this practice webinar?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all generated by the system.
Okay.
With the, it picks up those names and emails. So you've seen that. And the only other thing is this one here that, okay, share screen, is this is the name and password, and keep that confidential because it goes to a lot of things. It's a name and the password. And these were the settings that we need, except we're going to change these to on video. I'll set that in the system, and I don't know if it'll stay that way or what, but hopefully it will. And enable practice system, automatically record the webinar in the cloud, and that's about it. It's easier than I've made it sound, really. But hopefully it will go smoothly.
So you said you already have one for the D2 people created?
Yes, you'll need to put the names in and send them the letters with the links.
Okay.
Unless you don't have time and I can do it tomorrow.
I have them already on my phone. I kind of wanted to learn how to do that, but I might need some assistance.
Okay. It's just a matter, I'm going to send these that show you, once you have that page.
Let me see.
Yeah, you just have to sign on and get to that page. And you just have to put the names and the emails in there, and then go to the page go to that part that says, what does it say now? It will tell you at some point, geez, now I'm going to have to write that down and exactly what the steps are to getting to send the letter, and let you know.
So it automatically sends an email to them with the link and the code and stuff like we got.
It doesn't automatically send. I mean, you hit something and it generates a little box that says send letters now, and you hit that and it'll send them whatever's in there. I thought I had a screen grab in here of the filled out problem is, I was hoping, I could just go through the steps live on Zoom while we did this, but I can't because I can't have two screens of live Zoom at the same time. So,
So is there, I was a little unclear when you're talking about invitations, because so this automatically, so when you tell it to send letters now, they
Mhm.
each get their email with their link and
mhm.
whatever, but there's not like another thing on top of that, is there?
No,
Okay.
that's it.
And then what about the link? So, because we need to give information to our outreach partners, what link do we send to them so that people can attend?
We will have, like, there is on our Facebook page, there is a notice for the District 2 webinar. And what we need to do is get that can be picked up and by anybody, let them know they can share, that they can share it or whatever they want to do to get the word out.
So we just tell them, go to our Facebook page?
Mhm.
Okay.
So any quote unquote attendees will be watching via YouTube or Facebook, not actually going into the Zoom.
They can go into the Zoom too.
How do they do that though, without?
That's with that link, the same place that this one. No, hold on, let me get the page. It's
So can I meet separately with you just specifically for D2 to get the names in and to get the actual link that I need for the community, and then the one that's just for them? Okay.
Yeah. On this page where you have the invitations for the panelists, and then if you want to let people know, it's on the ad on the YouTube, the Facebook thing that we've posted. This link to join webinar is for attendees, and
What constitutes attendees? Who are the
that's
attendees?
audience.
Okay, anybody. Okay, good.
And that's the link for that. I'm not sure if we got it on this time. I'd have to check. Let me see.
So anybody who wants to watch this just goes to the League of Women Voters San Antonio Facebook page.
Yeah, or
And-
the YouTube page.
Or we give them this link.
Or that link, yeah, either way.
Okay, so
Let me
3
see
options.
Why can't I get?
What time can I meet with you to get the to put the names on there and to get the links? Because what I'll do is I'll get the names and the emails together, coordinated with the times, so we can just drop them in.
I'm good anytime tomorrow. I have no plans.
Okay.
And then Glinda, do we have the Facebook do we need the Facebook login and the YouTube login in order to facilitate the connection?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, probably. I'll have to get those. I think, trying to think. I know there'll be a Facebook event already set up, but I don't know. I'll have to check on that. I will find out. What was I looking for the Facebook page for? Oh, I was looking for the ad. Let's see. No, she didn't get the link on the ad, but we'll get it on the next one. But I've got to work on that. But yeah, it's yeah, there's so many different elements to these things. It's awkward.
Linda, this is Terry. I was just wondering, to be clear, I'm not a moderator, so I don't have to invite my candidates. That would be the moderator's job.
Yeah, if you can do it, it would be great. I mean, you know, it's what's going to happen is anything that you don't do, I have to do. But it's not a lengthy thing. I mean, I can do it. You just have to let me know, like I would say a week in advance. I mean, once they're invited and they're locked in, it's you know, it doesn't have, you don't want to do it too far in advance because they're just going to lose the email.
You said to let you know a week in advance. What do you mean? To let you know what?
When to invite them. I can do the scheduling anytime.
Okay.
You know, just remind me, send me the information on when it is and the times, and I can just put them in at my leisure, as you know, depending on when they are. And well, leisure is yeah, kind of a relative term, but
Can I meet with you at noon tomorrow? Would that be okay? And I'll
Yeah.
have the emails
Yeah.
beside the candidates. I already have them divided by the time slot that they're in. I'll just add the emails, and that sounds like that'll make it go quicker. And then I can work with you to try to plug them, I guess, in the site, and then get the link so that I can then send the link out to the people that I want to post it to, and then the other link to just the candidates.
Yeah, the
Okay.
the candidates have to have separate
A separate link.
Well, I mean, like the early group and the late group have to be separate because they're different
Yes.
webinars.
Yes. So I'll meet with you at noon to and I'll have them organized by which group they're in with the email beside them so that we can just slide them in, and then that way I could send it out to them an individual invitation just for each candidate, and then I can post the other link on different pages so people will know. That way they don't have to go to the Facebook page. I can just post it because we have a lot of group me's, so I can just post it in the group me for other people to know.
Yeah, you can grab it from the Facebook page if you want.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, there's a nice graphic thing on there. And with links to the Facebook and YouTube page already. So you can do that.
I'm gonna run back into my party.
Okay, go ahead.
But I'll check back with you though at noon tomorrow.
Okay.
After I get out of church. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, sure.
Bye, Greta.
Thank you.
Have fun,
Bye-bye.
Greta.
Bye.
Glenda, you keep saying the Facebook page. Now, I don't do Facebook.
I don't either.
So I just went while you were talking with Greta to lwvsa.org. Is it going to be posted on that page?
No, that's our website.
Oh, so.
And that website doesn't provide a link to our Facebook page or our YouTube channel?
Not normally, I don't think, but we just, you know, there was too much going on and that one came so early. We haven't done it, but we are going to put them on there. I don't think we have anyway. I haven't looked.
Okay, because I think if you want to get onto a Facebook page, you can't get on unless you have a sign in for being a Facebook person.
Right. Most people have Facebook.
Yeah, I don't, but I'll figure it out. I'll use my husband's or something.
Well,
Yeah.
it's also going to be on Zoom. So if they have the link for the Zoom. that'll work too.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
this
and
is
if you
about
don't have-
recording, right? Or about being live, right? And
What?
well, aren't we we're going to be live on the YouTube channel
Yeah,
and
and Facebook.
Facebook
I mean,
page.
and Zoom. I mean, the Zoom thing
And
is live.
obviously, yeah, but for YouTube and Facebook, if we are hosting, what do we do to make sure we're live on those?
Well, that's when, as soon as it goes live on Zoom, you that's when you tell your audience, you're, bear with you, you're hooking up to those two channels so that those audiences can also see you, and you will be with them in just a minute. Now, what I have to figure out is how you can do both of them, because it seems to only let you do one. Now, what I saw is when I had done it in advance, and then I did the YouTube one, and then I couldn't get on Facebook. I looked at the Facebook one, and it was just, like a video that had been stopped, and I just clicked on it, and it started working. But I have to clear that up with the Zoom people,
Okay,
because
so
when
you'll let us know.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Facebook and YouTube.
All right.
Because they sent me a webinar on how to do all this stuff, and it had been live, but it was a recording of it, and I looked, and they just said, oh, you just do this and this, I'm like, no problem. And they didn't talk about all this echo chamber and the so
So, Glenda, I'm a little confused because we had talked about people having the advantage of hearing the question beforehand.
mhm.
So, but if they're live, anybody who is running against those candidates can tune in early and hear the questions, right?
Mhm. Well, if they really want to, yeah, they get that slight advantage. They're not going to have a whole lot of time to do it, but what I think is the best thing to do is to mix up the order of them, so they're not, the later questions will come early, so they won't have time to prepare that much for the later questions.
Okay. That might be.
And you can do it however you want. You'll have a copy of them. You can in advance, reorder them, or however you want to do it. And the thing is, they're gonna, these things are gonna be going on. Well, except, it doesn't really, well, yeah. They're going to be the same questions for the one that's tomorrow, Monday, and the one that's, weeks from now. There's just nothing we can do about it. That's the way it goes. So we do that all the time, and there's no avoiding it.
Somehow I think these people are not very diligent candidates. But
No.
if I were running, I would watch every single other candidate for my office.
Mhm.
And I would try to put in my answers. Some of you may have heard that so-and-so said such and such.
Well, they're not allowed to do that.
Oh, they're not allowed to talk about the other.
No.
Some of you may have heard blah, 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 blah. However, my feeling is that would be the totally wrong approach. Can you say that? I didn't mention anybody.
I guess they could probably get away with that. They're supposed to, be talking about themselves and not other people's, they're supposed to be talking about their own platform.
But I would be talking about an issue, a solution to low-income housing that has been proposed in our community. But those of you who live here realize that such would not be a very practical solution for those of you who do live in my district.
Yeah, they could. If it's talking about what somebody in another district said, it really doesn't matter because they can't vote for that other person. So it doesn't matter. Um,
I think the former president taught us how to say things like, I've heard that blah,
Yeah.
blah, 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 and people
they
are
say.
saying that, blah, 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 blah. But when you vote for me, you're going to know that the correct solution is.
Well, I mean, that's disinformation. By the way, I heard this morning that Cruz in a call, this was, supposed to be private, but in a call to some group of Republicans was telling them that Democrats want to allow illegal aliens and child molesters to vote.
Of
Illegal.
course.
I'm glad he just told it to Republicans that already believe that kind of stuff.
Right.
Unbelievable.
Glinda,
Unbelievable.
I'm looking at the Zoom with Facebook and YouTube, and I think I would confirm that sooner rather than later, because from what I'm seeing, it looks like you have to have a third party streaming in order to do
No.
both at the. No, they
You
have
don't.
it.
I found I was worried about that. Like it was 12:30 and suddenly I thought, well, how do you do this? I was looking on Facebook and it says you need a third party. And then I started doing a little research and that's built into the Zoom part of it. So you
Okay,
don't.
it's built in. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Just making sure.
Yeah, I panicked when I read that from the Facebook side. But you don't. No.
But you have a link that will show us, or screenshots that will show us how to set both those up simultaneously.
That's what I'm going to find out. That's,
Okay.
I mean, I made the mistake just of trying it before we went live, during the practice session, and it seems to let me do it. And I think that's possibly where I went astray, because it says you have to go live first. So let's see, right now it just says YouTube, live on YouTube, and stop live stream and view stream. Let's see on YouTube. Let's see, what does it say on YouTube? Are we still going live on YouTube?
Are we actually on YouTube so that anybody who went to the League of Women Voters San Antonio section of YouTube could see us?
Yeah,
Hope we can delete that.
I hope we can delete that recording.
yeah, the YouTube part is live. And I don't know about Facebook. I'm going to check that right now. There's a little bit of a delay on it. It's about a 5-second delay or something. So let me see. Where's Mr. Flint? Let's see. Flint. That's not Flint. Okay, where's Flint? Okay, where is my Flint? Flint the dog. Here he is. I'll share the screen here and you can see my boy. Let's see, where's the share screen? Where do I share screen? My former boy. Let's see. Oh, share screen. There we go. Let's see.
There we
Yeah, it
are.
stopped. I don't know how much of it was. Was that? Okay, let's see. Oh, it was stopped, but I don't know. Let's see. It seems to have pulled itself out. I don't think it recorded the whole thing. Looks like only 56 seconds of it. That's a problem. Okay. Yeah, it didn't, it stopped it.
I think when you did the YouTube live,
Yeah.
it stopped the Facebook live, which is why I'm wondering. I just want to double check before we say it's on both, that we can actually do it on both.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm. Mm. Well, that was my sweet boy. Just the strangest looking dog in the world.
And so should we be able to see it on the League of Women Voters YouTube page right now?
No, I didn't put it
Okay.
on that.
We put it on something else. Okay.
Yeah, I just put it on my YouTube and Flint's Facebook. I didn't want to do this publicly.
No.
I
This
see
was
now.
just a test. So we will see. Okay, well, that's it, guys.
Okay,
Uh,
so you'll be sending us that stuff, and
yeah,
if we're hosting, we need to get our forum scheduled and send the invites out.
yeah. And if you need help, give me a yell. And if you're not moderating, if nobody's moderating your stuff, you got to let me know. Which candidates are in which section, if you've got a split one, because they need separate sets of invitations. It's 2 entirely different webinars. So, which ones are in which, so I can send them that for their webinar. And yes, just keep me posted.
And as far as the flyers, at one point you said that
Yeah.
you would email us a flyer when the flyer is created.
Yeah,
And
for
then
the
those-
outreach partners.
And then those outreach partners would use that email, and if they want to print that flyer, am I understanding this correctly? That they
Well,
can-
the thing is, it turns out they're not flyers, they're only social media posts.
Okay, that's why I was
So,
wondering.
so what
Okay.
you can do is, tell people to go to our Facebook page and they can share it, or they can, pull it
Okay.
off of there and use it however they want.
So
Okay.
we should not be waiting for the flyer then.
No.
We direct them to our Facebook page.
Mhm.
But the Facebook page is not going to have links, will it? To the
Yeah, it does. The
Oh.
actual flyer itself has a couple of links on it, and there's some text at the top of it, above it, that's part of the post that has other information, more information on it.
So it's just in a post?
Well, it's,
I
let me
just
show
want to make
you.
sure I'm being clear with them.
Let me show you, hold on. Let me get- let's see, come here. Okay. I can't really see the whole thing on there, but. Okay, we've got this part at the top. That gives the time and all, and it has the links to
Can you open up
Facebook and the
YouTube, or is
YouTube.
that going to throw us off? That'll throw us off. If you opened up that link right now, so we can see what I guess we could look at it at our own leisure.
So
Mhm.
do we just assume that the league is doing this for each of the forums?
Right. Mhm.
Back here.
And so when, like, for example, is there one for each of them already up? And you're just-
No, she's got to do those.
Okay.
And then at
'Cause
the bottom
I'm
it says,
reaching out to outreach partners, so I just need to know when to direct, when like the District 1 will be up.
well, they have to be done in order, because, one has to be finished before the next one can go up.
Okay.
So now I don't know what we're going to do in that week when they're all, one is like 4 or 5 of them in a row. But I know we're gonna get one made that has them all listed and it's gonna go on the website. So,
Okay, so will you let us know when that's up? Because,
yeah,
okay,
And so it's our responsibility to find those email addresses to those outreach partners, correct?
yeah, as far as I know. The best place to look to, call, email, I can, let me see, send.
did you reach out
Um,
to I know we had talked about reaching out to the Tier 1 Neighborhood Coalition,
Yeah,
because that would be for all the forums, right? Just the tier.
yeah. Mary Deeroff she's a member and she is with our voter outreach committee, and she is the one that's in touch with most of these kinds of groups. So she would be the best person. I'll send you her email.
That would be good.
Um,
And Melanie, you just go to Tier 1 neighborhoods. I think you guys talked about that last time. I was late to the conversation last time. So you just type in Tier 1 neighborhood.
well, yeah, there's a website and it doesn't have their email addresses, but I think I sent you the email and phone number of the woman who, I can send it again.
Please do, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
appreciate
yeah,
that.
there was some confusion about if just one of us was going to reach out to the Tier 1 Neighborhood Coalition and just give them the dates of all the forums, or if we were supposed to do that individually. It was a little unclear to me.
Um,
I think she would appreciate having one consolidated email.
Yeah, I
yeah,
would
with
think.
just all of
Good
the,
point.
with all of the forums. Um, I can just send her an email with all the dates
Great. Thank you. That would be
and
good.
names.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that one. And yeah, if you talk to Mary Deeroff, I'll you'll probably all need to, talk to her on the different ones you need in different areas.
Will she be
She
okay with
might be
that
able-
hearing? She'll be okay. Will she be okay with that hearing from all of us?
I think so.
Okay,
She's real good.
good.
I'll give her a heads up. Okay. So, yeah, I'm here constantly.
Glenda, the only other question I had is, I know Madhu talked to Councilman Trevino and he said he'd like to participate.
Mhm.
Never received a response to the email that you gave me for him or the Mohammed's email address.
Hmm.
I haven't heard back from either one. Can you just
Which,
send me? I
what
just-
day is that one on?
April 6th.
Hmm.
But then I'm just worried that somehow I don't have the right email addresses or something, because I've not gotten responses from either one. I've also texted Mohammed and I've not gotten a response.
You know, I also noticed, Kim, I did this too. I ran into a roadblock and I was telling this to Glenda and Barbara. I called and they said, oh, we didn't get it, or, oh, you sent it to an email we don't look at. Thank you so much for calling. Have you tried to call or?
That's well, I've texted. I'm going to try to call on Monday if I still don't hear anything back. But yeah, so that's yeah. I thought, well, maybe there's another email address I should use.
It's so hard these days when they don't work in their offices and they don't, I don't know. It's just, yeah.
Because I used the one that you had on the spreadsheet.
Yeah.
I didn't have trouble with anyone else. He's the only one.
They answered right away on their questionnaires.
And it was Roberto at robertotrevino.org.
Whatever was on there, yeah.
Oh, when it was on the
I
spreadsheet?
don't have
Okay,
access to it at the moment.
I'll keep trying.
But Muhammad is probably the better, I think he probably answers that, he's the one that checks those, but he's the campaign guy and he's probably the best bet.
So just because they answered your questionnaire doesn't mean they're going to attend. Is that correct?
Yeah, no, that's different, but I mean, they do respond.
Yeah, see, Irma for me has not responded yet. You said she answered your survey questions.
Who?
Irma Barone.
No, she didn't.
Oh, I thought she answered the survey question.
No.
You have not heard from her? Okay. Interesting. Okay, sorry. I thought that's what I understood you to say.
No. So
I'm, okay, well, I'll look again for that Mohammed's email address. I think you sent it to me at some
Yeah.
point. That was not the first one you gave me, but
no.
okay. I'll just try again. I've heard from everyone else.
I'm not hearing from a lot of the candidates in my 2 districts.
Oh, wow.
They're so diligent, aren't they?
Yeah, really.
Would you say, Barbara? What?
Makes me
I said they're
little
so
concerned.
diligent.
Oh,
These people who are running for city council.
think about that. Yeah.
You have to
Yeah.
wonder why some of them even bother.
or even running. Why are they?
I
running?
agree.
Okay, well, thank you,
Good count
Glenda.
Thank you, Glenda, for doing all this.
Thank you.
You have
Lot of
a
work.
very hard job, Glenda, and I admire you greatly.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Yes.
It's a lot of
Lot of
time and
work.
effort.
Well,
Yeah.
feel free to call anytime or email or whatever is convenient. I'm here.
Try to relax this weekend, Glenda.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do more
Yours
tomorrow.
Linda, would you email me the mayoral candidates one more time?
The mayoral candidates,
Uh-huh.
who's talking?
Melanie, I can't
Oh.
find.
You're
I
so
can't find
still
it.
there. Okay,
That's all right.
Melanie. Okay, what do you want? Just the names and,
I'm doing the second half of the ones that were on the bottom for the second
okay.
shift. But I can't find an email from you that has the candidate listing on it.
Okay.
I'm sure it's here somewhere, but I'm not
Yeah.
seeing it.
I know the feeling. I used to keep my email so neat and tidy and short. It's
Can
gotten
you
out of hand.
Can you search using the one name that we know, the current mayor?
No, I mean, I've pulled up all the emails from Glenda and I'm looking at all the ones that have an attachment and I still am not finding.
Oh, it's in an attachment.
I can send it to you if it would help. Melanie, I can send it to you. You and I are partners on that.
Okay.
You know, Glenda,
That
you
would
have
be
a lot
great.
to do. I don't mind doing that and giving that to Melanie.
Okay, sure.
Thank you. If you wouldn't mind just re-forwarding that to me, I appreciate it. And I'm sorry.
I will email. Let me know if you get it. Okay, Melanie?
Okay.
They disappear somehow. I don't
It's
know.
weird, I know. And they pile up on, so much piles up on your emails. That's true of me, that they're way down at the bottom and it's like crazy. But anyway, yeah, I'll do that for you, Melanie.
Thank you. I'll keep an eye out for that.
All right,
Okay.
do that today, as soon as we hang up.
Okay.
All right, girls.
Thank you.
Take care,
Bye.
everyone.